keep playing without me, right? But I mean, obviously you should be capable of forming your own lobbies and stuff, but I just hate that I can't pass it off to somebody. If I leave, it leaves.
Round 1. Fight.
So I'd like you guys to be able to keep playing. Oh, I didn't change the scores. This is now Shadaloo. Alright, what'd I miss here? Round 1, pretty close. Pretty close, nothing huge yet. Decent enough lead for Young Guns, but not monumental. One Mika sequence and it's over. Here we go with said Mika sequence in the corner. Ooh, the trade got lucky.
Are you? Come back soon.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, so this round is a much bigger example of the previous round. This one has been all poison so far, without any Mika sequences in the middle of it. And it goes that way sometimes. I think a lot of it is Young Guns getting on a roll. My man's been playing 2 or 3 games now, he's getting warmed up. Starting to feel it a little bit. I remember like the first year in Madden, they added an Old Spice swag category. Like an actual stat for swag, sponsored by Old Spice. that was my favorite thing. That's really the only one that matters. Yeah, there's accuracy and vision and awareness, but it don't matter. You got a player that's in, it was like Chad Johnson or something at the time, was 99 swag. And that matters. That really makes a difference. Oh. When that swagger starts to build up a little bit, you become capable of amazing things. Who, looks like you got kicked off of CFN entirely. It dropped you down to offline. Alright, let's... No, there we go. Okay. Skip back a queue. Then Crimson Star, you do the same, or just let it spin. I don't know how much of a delay there is between you guys being able to hear me and stuff. If that's even effective. Here we go. I also reset the count though, but we'll figure it out. Alright.
Let's do this.
I think we're on the backwards sides again because it rotated the queue.
Round 1.
Alright, so this is game 2, in fact. The score, the internal game scoring thing is going to be wrong the whole time, but whatever. I think at least half of us are capable of counting to 5, so we'll be alright. Oh my god. That stun just built so quickly, the damage is not even on fire yet. Not even on fire, it is already just getting murderated.
Come back soon.
Round 2. Fight.
Get hit by the second hit anyway. That's going to happen on a lot of shit. That's what I started thinking about most. Is like, you know what gets me about V-Shift? Is shit like Blanca Ball. Is it going to just like, if you shift back, if he does like, you know, crouching medium kick into Blanca Ball, the horizontal one. If you V-Shift, is the ball going to go like straight through you and out the other side? Is it going to like stop short in front of you and let it punish? Or is that going to depend on the frame in which it gets there, gets to your hitbox, which is still invincible at the time, assuming that. Like, what about moves that cover ground like that? Or what about, like, what's the thing Vega does? The Crimson Wheel or whatever that shit is called? The tumble, 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 tumble claw? What happens if you shift that? Are you just asking for it? Like, if Vega does the 3-hit tumble thing or whatever. Like, is it... Like, in Tekken, when this first came out, when they added armor moves in Tekken 7.0, top players found a way to lock it. To, like, it would armor for a brief window, and then it would go ahead and attack. But they found out that you could, like, re-jab and lock him into the armor so he would stay armored longer, and then let it finish, and then punish him. Like, when his armor ran out, you could, like... delay. I don't know how to describe it better than that. They found a way to exploit the armor's timing. So they basically had to speed it up. Once you armored through a hit, they made it so your move comes out right away, rather than able to like fuck with that timing. So the shift is going to have to be the same thing. There's going to have to be a period of invincibility that is over right away. Or if you keep getting hit, does that period of invincibility stay up? Like lightning legs from Chun-Li, right? If you shift that and she's not done doing lightning legs, are you just going to get hit, like you said? Or is it going to extend your invincibility as long as something is making contact with you? If the latter is true, dude, that's going to be fucking broken. But if the former is true, then that's going to be useless, right? If you could just do lightning legs and it'll hit them at the end of it, if Vega could do the tumble thing and it'll hit him at the end of it, shift is useless. But on the other hand, if shift stays active until they're done getting hit and then lets you punish, good lord. There's got to be somewhere in the middle, but I don't know how that would be fair, right? I feel like it has to be one or the other. It can't just be like situational, whatever it feels like doing. We'll find out, though. That is, like I said earlier in the show, that is a powerful mechanic to add this late in the lifespan of a game. Like, imagine if they just added parry to Third Strike in, like, 2001. You know? You played that game for 3 years without parry. Okay, here's parry now. The one thing that I took away from the presentation was he said specifically, like they had it written down, a period of invincibility after startup where you're immune to throws, to body blows, and projectiles. And I don't know if body blows was a clue, or if that's just the way normal hit translates in Japanese, right? Did he just mean a limb that makes contact and body blow is just how that translated? Or did he mean like mid attacks and like lows beat it, right? He didn't say anything about it. In my mind, when he said body blows don't work against shift, then that means that's implying that, say, low attacks do. That was kind of the thing that I jump to there, but I don't know. I don't know if he meant to say it that way, or if body blow is just how they translated physical contact, right? He meant to say throws, projectiles, or contact hits, punches and kicks and shit. And body blows is just how he said. I don't know if he meant to differentiate high, mid, low or anything like that. That's why I started thinking, what if lows beat this entirely? What if shift loses to lows? Again, just like the new Power Crush in Tekken 7. It goes through attacks, but it loses the lows straight up and you get counter hit. Because there has to be some kind of weakness built into it. It can't just beat everything in a backdash for free. It's impossible. It either has to lose to something, a certain class of move goes right through it, or it is vulnerable on the other end. And you get hit by like the third hit of something.
Showtime! I've got you.
I don't know what, but it's got to be like one of those things, right?
Take off!
It doesn't what? Lose to lows?
Wasn't good for you.
Food stamps? I don't know which part you're responding to. It doesn't lose to lows?
Poison wins.
I didn't think so, but I kind of thought maybe, based on the way he phrased, but I don't know. Again, that's kind of like what I thought about. Like, as the reason why he said that so specifically. But he maybe didn't mean it specifically like that. He just meant impacts, punches and kicks and shit.
Fight.
Because I started thinking, well, then what does beat it? Something's got to beat it. The same way Street Fighter 4 had an armor break move. You could charge up focus attacks, but it loses straight up to Tatsu, for example, you know? A move that straight up beats the armor property. Is everyone going to have that? Something that just straight up beats V-Shift? Or do you have to just bait it? I don't know. That's... Like I say, if that's the only weakness is getting baited out, that seems way too strong. Maybe it gets crush countered. Maybe if you bait it, it has counter hit property and you get the max damage from it. I don't know. We have lots of questions. Because everything about that seems really good so far.
Round 2.
I don't see a lot of negatives other than just like mistiming shit.
Poison wins.
Sorry, that's the whole thing? Jesus. Well, that's 5, because we already played the one thing that was wrong.